So, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth putting Venezuela's Nicolas Maduro on notice in an interview with our own Rachel Campos Duffy.
Maduro's got a lot of decisions to make. You're sitting on a floating island of American power, and we're prepared to use that power to interdict and destroy narco-terrorists who are sending drugs to our country. We know Nicolas Maduro has been involved in that for a very long time. He's indicted and wanted in the Southern District of New York. There's a bounty for $50 million. The U.S. government wants him. The ball is in his court.
Rachel is having breakfast with friends. She wants to pick up on that conversation in Doral, Florida, and she joins us now with a special guest. Hey, Rachel.
Hey, guys, we had an amazing time yesterday with this really exclusive interview for Fox Noticias with our new Secretary of War on the Iwo Jima, the USS Iwo Jima, the aircraft carrier. We were taken over by Ospreys over into the Caribbean to really see what's happening. And boy, are the people in this room excited about what this attention on the Western Hemisphere will mean for all of us as Americans. I'm going to start here with Driana. Driana, what are your thoughts? Pete Hegseth saying in that interview that this is now up to Maduro to decide what the next step is.
Absolutely. And if you guys remember that famous speech by Donald Trump that said, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead, that went viral, I think that's going to be Maduro's future. And maybe he should play that on repeat as a warning as to what happens to people that threaten our country's national security. And so I think that's why everybody in this room is very excited that we're finally going after somebody that has imported so much narco-terrorism to this country and that we are going after him. So, yeah, I'm very supportive of this.
This is Eduardo. Eduardo, you've been talking to me about how we have a long history of going after pirates in the Caribbean.
Absolutely. That Venezuelan drug boat was a pirate ship, and they got the due process they deserved. So I'm very happy to see that.
What are your thoughts on next steps here with Maduro?
Well, I think we just have to keep holding the blockade and make sure that no more drug boats get through, and eventually he'll crack.
Okay, he says he'll crack. All right, I'm going to come here to Jaime. Jaime, why should this matter to the American people? A lot of people going, why do we care so much about Venezuela right now?
Because the solution of the Venezuela issue is going to be very important for this country in terms of national security, in terms of immigration, in terms of economic solutions. And it's going to be very important for the whole hemisphere because the tentacles of the Maduro regime are in Nicaragua and Cuba and Colombia and other countries. Getting rid of Maduro is going to solve not only the drug trafficking problem, but also some political issues in the whole hemisphere.
How do you feel about this new emphasis on the Western Hemisphere? It's been neglected for so long.
Well, we have the best possible Secretary of State. Finally, we have someone in the Department of State that understands that this hemisphere is very important for not only for the U.S., but for the whole world.
A lot of people wondering, what are the next steps? So let's say that Nicolas Maduro gets turned in by one of his close allies around him, or what if he decides to negotiate his exit? Then what? Will this woman hear your name?
Maria Teresa Morín.
Maria Teresa represents the opposition party in Venezuela, Maria Corina Machado, and so tell us what you think will happen if he steps down.
First of all, I think justice, the liberation of all the political prisoners in Venezuela, the transition to a democratic government, no more human trafficking, no more poisoning the people of America, especially the young people. No more smuggling arms smuggling. It's going to start a new era for all Latin America, and not only for Venezuela. I think it could mean the liberation also of the region, Cuba, Nicaragua, Bolivia. So I think...
Yes, a lot of people here saying they expect a domino effect if Venezuela goes down. Back to you guys.
All right, Rachel, thanks so much. Good.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.